Hello!
Ahoy!
Welcome to the beginning of Season 2 of Bottom of the Stream.
Yes.
First episode.
We are back.
We are back.
We've got some new toys.
We've got some new tech, so if we sound a little bit different, that might be why.
Yeah, I've got buttons. I'm in charge of buttons.
You're in charge of buttons. I've got laptop, you've got buttons.
Yeah.
So keep your eye on the levels, Nicholas.
No props.
How are you?
Very good, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I'm excited to get back into the randomizer. Talk about some movies.
Yeah, well, we didn't really leave. We just had that 1 week where we didn't really talk about anything. Well,
Yeah.
we did. It was about 25 films, just not one on its own. Been watching anything good this week?
I've watched a couple of things on Netflix.
Go on.
I've watched a few episodes of The Toys That Made Us.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some of most of that. Some of most of them.
Yeah, I just picked the interesting ones to myself. I wasn't really bothered about the Hello Kitty.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
I've never had a Hello
Did you
Kitty.
watch the He-Man one?
Yeah,
I thought that one was amazing.
it was very good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that's definitely worth watching. There's a new season coming soon. I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Awesome. And I watched the Transformers one.
Yeah.
Which I liked. The kindly old Japanese guy who invented most of them.
Yeah.
He was a real good character. I watched Star Wars one.
Oh, yeah.
Which was also very good.
That is good. Yeah, the He-Man one's a highlight for me, though. I thought that was really good.
It brought back loads of memories. I'd forgotten I'd had some of those toys.
Yeah.
And every few seconds they were popping up. I was like, I had that. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it is a really good show. It's definitely worth watching. I'm pretty sure season 3 is coming quite soon. So it might be worth checking out. I've watched Inside Bill's Brain.
What's that?
This week.
Never heard of it.
It is a documentary on Netflix about Bill Gates.
Okay.
It's a 3-part mini-series type thing. It's really interesting. He's a fascinating character.
What, like sit-down interviews?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like, there's one guy followed him around for like a year. He talks about, one episode's all about his charity where he's trying to get sanitation into Africa. And then there's one about polio. He's trying to like eradicate polio. And then there's one just about him. It's really interesting.
That does sound interesting. I kind of feel he's the sort of guy who's a bit of an enigma.
Yeah, definitely. His wife even calls him that.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he can read 150 pages an hour.
Okay.
And this guy's not reading like trashy throwaway novels. This guy's reading like
Contracts.
budget reports.
Yeah.
And contracts.
Exciting
150
things.
pages an hour. It's crazy. Yeah, that's all I've been really watching on Netflix this week. I did watch the first episode of The Dark Crystal.
Oh, well, how was that?
Dark. And crystally. It's a lot darker than I was expecting. I was expecting
That movie is dark, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was good.
Will you go back?
Definitely, yeah. I finished Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Well done.
4 seasons done. The last series is nowhere near as good a quality as the first 3.
That was done a bit retrospectively, though, wasn't it? Just to finish it off. Was it a bit later than the other 3? I want to say it is, but...
You might be right. I didn't even know anything about that show until you recommended it to me in one of these episodes. Any Netflix news? I've got a little bit of Netflix news.
I have a couple of pieces.
I've got some
one which will probably be of no interest to you whatsoever, but
Okay.
I wanted to rant about it anyway.
Go for it.
Shall I go first?
You go first.
So there's loads of Nickelodeon kids TV shows that are coming off Netflix.
Oh, how come?
I have no idea. I presume it's something contractually sticky.
Maybe they're going to have their own streaming site
But
or something.
I thought may not go down too well in my household.
Yeah, the kids will be very disappointed.
We'll see. No more Paw Patrol.
Oh, no way.
Which obviously I'm fine with, but we'll see how that goes down.
Yeah, the kids will not be happy about that. We learned this week that Don't Kill It is leaving Netflix. That's bad times. So Don't Kill It finished 10th? 12th. Somewhere in the stream table, last season's stream table.
Yeah.
It was episode 10, finished 12th.
It was a lot of fun.
It's a really good film.
It's just
fun.
Dolph Lundgren blowing demons away.
Yeah, so the 30th of September you've got to get to that.
Will you watch it one more time?
I did think about it, but I don't think I've got time.
No, me neither.
But yeah, so if you are trying to get through all the episodes of season 1, get to Don't Kill It pretty quickly because it's leaving. I don't know if it will leave forever, but
it may be back.
Leaving. It may be back. The Netflix have a habit of doing that. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to talk about this week.
There is one more thing.
Go on.
Like Columbo. The Breaking Bad trailer.
Of course, yeah, the second trailer.
Or the first proper
trailer.
It came out yesterday or the day before?
Yes, at some point this week.
Because we're only like a week away now.
Yeah.
From El Camino. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing.
Wait. That's an opening nighter for me.
So, I think from the little the trailer gave away,
yeah.
I think Jesse's going to be going around trying to right some wrongs.
Do you think? That's what it's going to be? I hope so.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd love that.
But, well, not long till we find out.
Oh, I can't wait. When is it, the 7th?
No, I think it's earlier than that.
Oh, wow.
I think it's right at the start of October. I think it's like the 1st or 2nd. I think we're like a week away, like pretty much a week away.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Awesome. So, with that, are we ready to talk about the first film in this season of Bottom of the Stream?
Sure are.
Okay, let's do it. So, this week's film is a film called Michael Inside.
Yeah.
We decided we're going to start off light and cheery for season 2. Michael Inside is an Irish drama from 2017. It is an hour and 36 minutes long, currently rated at 7.1 on IMDb.
High
rating. Stars David Flynn as Michael, Kayla Roddy as Francis. Is it Kayla or Layla?
I thought it was Layla.
Yeah, it might be Layla.
But he probably set it completely different being Irish.
Yeah, probably. I can't read my own writing. Mo Dunford as David, and it is written and directed by a guy called Frank Berry. I couldn't find anything out about any of those people.
No, so I think Frank Berry, I did find a couple, like he'd done a couple of TV series.
Yeah, I think.
But very much based in Ireland. And
none of them seem to have done a lot since this.
No.
Yeah, so do you want to give the premise?
Yeah, sure. So basically, in a nutshell, Michael Inside is caught by the cops because he's holding...
Inside isn't his surname.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, Michael Inside. That's what the whole film's called.
It's not his surname.
It is.
Okay.
His name's Michael Inside.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway.
I like it.
Michael Inside is caught holding this bag of drugs.
Yeah. You're an idiot.
For his friend's brother?
Yeah, I think so.
And basically someone shops him, don't they?
Yeah.
And the cops come and find the drugs in his house.
Yeah, so he has to spend 3 months in prison.
Yeah.
That's your premise.
Yeah.
It's as simple
and it's
as
how
that.
he gets on in prison, basically.
Yeah, it's... Okay, shall we just get into it?
Yeah, go for it.
I seem to have forgotten how to do this podcast in the last 2 weeks. So we start off with Michael. We meet Michael quite early on in the film, probably the first scene. Like you said, he's given some drugs, which he decides he's going to hide in his bedroom. As you do when you get given drugs. He lives with his granddad.
Did you get the feeling this was not the first time he's done this?
Yeah, he's a bit of a ruffian, isn't he? A bit of a wrong 'un.
Yeah, so they're on a downtrodden council estate.
Yeah, it's a council estate.
In a not very nice part of Dublin. That's the impression I got. This is not out of the ordinary.
Very early on, I thought, am I getting the cured here?
I think it might have been filmed in the same sort of streets.
Yeah, it's a very similar look and feel to this.
Grainy,
gritty, Irish
yeah.
drama. So we'll see, because we all know our feelings on the cured. Yeah, so the next morning after he's done this, you get a bit of a life montage of him first. You meet his girlfriend.
Yeah, he's just doing life, meeting his girlfriend, going to college, and
he gets woken up by a loud knocking on the door.
Yep.
Downstairs.
It's the Garda.
The Garda have turned up, and they've got a warrant to search the house. So they put Michael and his granddad in the lounge.
Yeah, basically sit him on the sofa.
Yeah.
Tell him to stay there.
And it doesn't take very long for the police to find the drugs bag.
No, it's seconds.
Yeah.
Because he's just thrown them in the bottom of his wardrobe.
Yeah, he didn't ever intend to get caught.
No.
So he's not hidden them like behind the radiator or anything. But yeah, so he gets arrested for possession, goes to court.
Yep.
And gets released on bail.
Yep.
To start with for a few weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks, I presume.
Yeah, he goes back to see his mate, who he was with when he was given the drugs. His mate had some drugs as well to hide, I think. He tells him to stay away from him. Doesn't want to talk to him. Just basically
says it's your own fault. You
should have got rid of him.
You're an idiot.
You
were holding him.
Calls him an idiot, I think.
Yeah.
His girlfriend doesn't want to see him. She's not interested.
No, her parents aren't happy either.
Yeah, she wouldn't be. 18. She looks a bit younger, I think.
Yeah, I think she was. Yeah,
Michael's supposed to be 18.
Yeah, I think she's 16.
Probably 16.
And
17.
she sort of says to him, well, obviously my parents aren't happy about this, and he says, well, I wasn't dealing, I was just holding them.
Yeah.
So he's never denying. Well, there's no denying that he's done this.
No. He never denies it. He even pleads guilty.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
It's just one of those
upon
things.
advice from his.
Yeah, he goes to meet a
lawyer.
solicitor next. He tells him to prepare for the worst. You are going to go down. He's got some sort of previous as well.
But he plays up, doesn't he? That he was going to be applying to college and stuff like that. So he was trying to do something with his life.
He's a bit of a wrong one, but he had an idea of what he wanted to do with his life. He's not like completely off the rails.
No.
And I thought this was really well cast as well, because he's like an angelic boy next door type look to him. He doesn't look like a bad boy.
No.
So that's the whole idea of this, is like this angelic boy next door type going to prison and being put in that situation. I thought he was really well cast in that, because he looks like you just want to cook him dinner and be his mum.
Yeah, and also I thought he played. Is it Daffyd? What's his name?
Daffyd Flynn.
He played it well, and what came across in the early part of the film is that sort of angsty teenageness.
Yeah.
So he was clearly scared out of his mind that he possibly might be going to prison.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't talk.
Yeah, and he didn't want to let anyone.
He didn't want to let anyone in, and literally until the night before he was going to court, when he tried to go and talk to his granddad, when his granddad was trying to go to sleep in bed.
Yeah.
And that was kind of his cry, wasn't it, for help?
Yeah, his granddad's absolutely terrified as well for him, because he knows this isn't a bad boy we've got here. This is a good lad, just fallen in the wrong crowd.
Correct.
Yeah, so he does go to court. It turns out he had 30 grams of cocaine on him with a street value of €2,000.
Yep.
And he goes to court. He goes to court twice.
Yeah.
And he gets bail both times, or a continuation of bail the second time. And his granddad tells him, "You've got to go and visit your dad." And at this point, we find out that his dad's already in prison.
Yes.
But in like a medical wing.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why he was in a medical wing. Was he?
They didn't specifically outline
I
it.
couldn't understand if he was a little bit crazy, maybe, or if he'd been targeted by somebody.
I think that was the implication, was that he had mental health issues. But I don't think we found out what his crime was.
No, I don't think we ever did, no.
And that is one of the reasons why Michael Inside's granddad is so scared, is because he doesn't want to see this cycle repeating.
Is his granddad called Granddad Inside?
Yeah. And he doesn't want to see this cycle repeating.
Yeah.
Where
because the dad
he's in prison.
Son.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's that night after he's spoken to his dad and he's seen his dad, that's the night he wakes his granddad up and says, "Look, he's really scared."
Yeah, I'm not strong enough to do this.
Yeah. And his granddad's honest with him. He says, "Look, you're going to have to toughen up.
Yeah.
You're going to have to hold your corner, be the bigger boy, a bigger man." He also tells him never to tell them where you come from.
Yes.
So that was an interesting bit of
and that sort of comes to light a bit later.
Comes to light later on.
There's toughen up. Don't tell anyone where you come from, but try and keep your head down.
To yourself.
Yeah,
keep your head down. The same sort of advice most people get when they go to prison, I guess. We find out that his mum died of a drug overdose.
Correct.
So the judge goes a little bit lenient on him because of that, but she says because of your priors and.
So he has a prior, which we didn't know about before this.
Didn't know about until the court case came.
So he was already on probation.
Yeah.
For being a passenger in a stolen car.
Yeah, which was another bad decision.
Yeah. So this is a guy who is not inherently guilty.
It's not a bad boy,
but he has made some bad decisions.
He's fallen in with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
He's fallen in with a crowd of wrong-uns. This is what happens when you fall in with the wrong crowd.
He's now on this path. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on a downward spiral.
So he's sentenced to 3 months.
Yeah, he gets 3 months inside. So the judge suspended.
The judge says to him, "I appreciate you've got, you were looking to do further education. I appreciate you've been working since you've left school, but this is now your second strike."
Yeah, I guess so.
And
I need to get you off this path.
Yeah,
basically,
to sort of shock you into coming away from this path. I'm going to send you to prison for 3 months.
3 months. 3 months and 1 month suspended. He got.
Yeah.
So you get this sad footage of his granddad going home on his own.
Yeah.
Which is quite sad. And
on the bus.
On the bus on his own. And Michael gets processed. And they don't leave any detail untold there. The processing scene goes on for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Of him going through getting his photo taken.
Yeah, do the admin.
Doing the admin, getting his shoelaces taken away, getting put in the shower. It's like, there's no scene left unturned. This is going to show you exactly what it's like to go to prison in Ireland.
Yeah, he's in a holding not pen. It's almost just like a room, isn't it, with 3 or 4 other guys, and that's basically his first night, isn't it? So, before he's gone into prison. Properly.
Apparently, you don't always get sent straight to prison when you go to prison. You get put in a holding pen until they decide what to do with you. Yeah, so he goes for ages. It's really grim. There's this scene of him having to take all his clothes off in front of everybody else and having to get in the shower and getting his photos taken, and it does go on for quite a while. And
this bit is you
really
almost
feel for him at this point.
It's almost documentary like.
Yeah, it is. I thought that about the whole film.
So it might be a good point to point. I don't know if you did find this out in your reading. Did you see how this film was partially funded?
No.
So this was sort of produced and funded partly by a charity called Pathways.
Oh right, okay.
Which is a prison rehabilitation.
Got you. So they don't want to glamorise this. They want to.
Yeah, I'll go into this more later on. But at times, this felt part film, part public service.
Yeah, agreed.
Announcement.
Yeah, that makes sense now you've said that.
Almost like something you get shown at school.
Because there's no like big set piece moments or anything like that. This is exactly what it's going to be like in prison, and this is what is going to happen to you. And there was no like big like explosion scenes or set piece moments in the film. It was all day in the life of a guy in prison.
It's the drudgery and the
boringness
and the risks and the dangers of being in prison. If you asked me for a 1-word review,
great start to season 2.
I would probably say claustrophobic.
Yeah,
that came across well. Just the insular nature of this.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. I cannot believe I keep forgetting that. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to put some sort of poster up in here. Yeah, so his granddad goes home, he gets put in a cell. Eventually he gets taken to a prison the next morning and gets put in a cell with his cellmate. But then we get cut back to his granddad.
Yep.
And he's at home on his own now, living his life. And some bad boys turn up. I've said bad boy again. I've said like 4 times. There's a gang turn up at his door.
So it's the gang that Michael was holding the drugs for.
Holding the drugs for. And they want their money.
Yeah.
Obviously their drugs have gone.
They're 2,000 euros out of pocket.
Obviously the granddad, Francis, the granddad's called, he hasn't got that sort of money. So they tell him he's got till Monday to get them $2,000. So there's a nice little side story there.
And that was the first point in this film where I thought, oh, great, there's going to be more to this than I initially thought.
Yeah.
So this is some plot now.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be a procedural and
yeah.
So yeah, cool. It was good.
They also tell him if he tries to disappear, they will take it out on Michael because they've obviously got contacts inside.
Yeah.
He's got no choice. He's got to try and find the money.
And he says he'll give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we cut back in then to the prison. Michael's sitting in his cell and with his not roommate. They're not like living together. I didn't catch his name.
I don't think it was given.
I think you're right. I don't think it was.
And I think that was again done quite deliberately with quite a few of these characters weren't given names.
Yeah,
because I don't think they would. Again, they were trying to sort of get across. You're just a cog,
just a faceless cog in a wheel.
Yeah. In a prison, no one. I think that's what they were going for. Yeah. Anyway.
So he's sitting in the cell with his cellmate, and who leaves suddenly, and then this other guy comes in and just beats the crap out of him.
Yep.
Punches him in the stomach a couple of times.
Hadn't the guy seen him in the outside?
Yeah, they'd met before earlier because this guy just came up to him and asked him where he was from.
Yeah.
And Michael wouldn't tell him.
And the reason for that is basically want to know what estate are you from.
Yeah, because they're all gangs in there, and he wanted to know which estate he was from. Michael just kept saying Dublin over and over again. So he gets beat up.
He does.
They cut then to his granddad coming to visit him the next day, or presumably the next day, still bruised and battered. Yeah. He tells him that he's got to be the bigger man. He's got to stand up for himself. Yeah. He's got to toughen up.
Fight back.
He cannot just get beat up every day for 3 months. You need to fight back. And then there's a really sad line where he says he can't. He just can't. He says, I won't make it. Just after that, another guy comes over to him.
And he suddenly looks like he's not playing the big I am. He's out of his comfort zone. He's not at home. He's and that's what I think the actor does very well, is that he is now suddenly looks like a little boy.
Absolutely, and he looked terrified all the way. Every scene in this, he looks absolutely terrified. This does not glamorise going to prison in the slightest, this film. That poor lad looks absolutely terrified all the way through it. So this other guy comes up and offers to help him, which he's obviously suspicious of to start with.
Yeah, well, he just puts an arm around and says, you need to go in there and clock the guy.
Clock the guy who just beat you up. You need to make your name now.
Do it now.
This is the time. You've got no choice.
Doesn't introduce himself. He just comes up and says, right, go and you need to go and
Yeah, I'll stand
Cock
outside
him.
your cell.
Yeah.
I'll stand out. He says, I'll stand outside his cell. If I don't move, then you know he's in there on his own.
Yeah.
Just go in and take him out. So he does.
Yeah, he psychs himself up a little bit.
Yeah, he properly psychs himself up because he isn't this type of guy.
No.
I can't get over enough how meek and small and angelic he is. Yeah, he's a slight little lad. But he beats the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah.
He kicks him and punching him and getting him down while he's on the floor.
Well, he never has any trouble from him again.
No, never sees him again. I don't think he's even in the film again.
He's very briefly in the queue for dinner, but
queue
I think that's
stuff,
it.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, so it works. He's got this guardian angel now who's taught him how to live in prison. In the meantime, the granddad, Francis, has got the money together.
Yeah, so he's
by hook or by crook.
He's cleaned out his own savings. He's borrowed some from friends.
Yeah.
But he's just managed to scrape this €2,000 together.
Yeah. So, and he gives it to the guys turn back up at his house, and he pays off the debt.
This was one of my favourite scenes actually, and this was good proper acting. So because Francis, he stands up to them and he says, "I've got your money. I'll pay the debt, but you're not getting a penny more.
Yeah.
It's cleared. You're not getting anything else."
I think he even says
out
at one
of
point,
me.
"You can kill me,
Yeah.
and you're not getting anything else out of me." Because he buys a load of locks for the door and everything, doesn't he? It's like he's pretty terrified as well all the way.
Yeah, he is, and he's tremoring when he's saying it. But the guy is either the gang leader or the chief goon or whatever
we can't
it is.
give them. They weren't given any names,
No.
so we can't name them.
And he says, "No, your debt's paid.
Yeah,
You won't have any more trouble from us."
yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in the prison, we see Michael and his new friend, whose name is David. We do find that out, but very briefly, and he's never referred to as that. And he tells him, "I've got something I need you to hold."
Yeah.
So
It's a recurring theme in this movie.
So obviously Michael is indebted to this guy, so he has no choice. So I didn't catch what it was, but I think it was a mobile phone.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. And he gives it him, and he hides. I think did he hide under his mattress?
Yes.
He's now in this guy's debt, and he's now looking after this mobile phone for him. And then there's a really grim scene of Michael. This other guy now wants to beat up another guy. They're all guys.
Yeah.
Is there any women in this film?
No.
I don't think there is.
Apart from his girlfriend at the start.
His girlfriend and his teacher.
The judge.
And the judge.
I think
there's no main characters in this film who are females. They go together to try to scare this other guy who's in a cell on his own.
Yeah, so this time, David's going to go and this guy owes him some money.
Yeah.
He's going to do the beating up, and Michael inside is going to be his...
His name's Michael McRae, but we're going to call him Michael Inside because that's really funny.
Michael inside is outside the door.
Yeah.
Guarding.
Michael outside.
Yeah, he's Michael outside.
Yeah, guarding.
But he's still inside because they're in a prison.
Yeah, so this guy, David, goes in and beats this guy up eventually. And then, did he pour like boiling water on him?
Yeah.
He put the
so
kettle on, didn't
he walked in, put the kettle on, basically slagged him off, beat him up. By this time, the kettle's boiled.
And then he poured it on his face.
Yeah.
Wow. Like
it's
I said,
efficient.
It's efficient.
Efficient
definitely.
gangstering.
It's pulling no punches. It's grim all the way through. Then you get a bit of a throwaway scene, but I can kind of see where it was there. There's this guy who's an ex-con, comes in and talks to the current cons.
Yep.
You called a current con if you're in prison? If you're not an ex-con?
Yes.
And he gives a really long monologue about how he's reformed his life and he's going to college now, and I think he said he got a degree.
Yeah, he says, "I was 45 when I realised I was intelligent."
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite a good line.
And you could see it getting through to Michael, and
I'm
thinking of this maybe isn't the end of everything for me.
Yeah.
It felt like a bit of a throwaway line, bit of a throwaway scene, but now you've said that it was done by this charity.
So that's exactly the work they go into prisons to do.
Yeah, so that makes more sense now. David then gives Michael a blade.
So he says again, "Open your hand.
Yeah.
I need you to hold something for me."
So Michael's just
gives
all
him a
about holding
shiv,
things.
basically.
Gives him a shiv. It's like a scalpel.
Yeah.
And he
So there's
tells
a
him,
razor blade tied onto something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the handle was.
I think it was a toothbrush,
Yeah.
but I might be wrong. And he says, "There's a guy who's wronged me somehow. I need you to slash him in the face."
Yeah, go and cut him.
Which obviously Michael's not going to do. He's fallen on the wrong tracks, but he's not that sort of guy. But he again psychs himself up to try and do it.
We get our first montage of the season.
Yeah, true.
Because and I didn't think we'd get that in this sort of film.
No.
But it's basically him wavering, should I do this, shouldn't I do this? He makes himself ill because he's that worried about it, doesn't he?
At one point.
And lots of moody shots of him walking around the work yard and all this sort of thing. He sees his opportunity, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The guy, his target, walks off on his own. So he goes for him.
Yeah, he tries to get him at the top of the stairs.
But he's quite a big guy.
Yeah. And
it's bigger than Michael inside.
It's much bigger.
And Michael he fends him off, basically.
Yeah, he gets overpowered.
Yeah.
But just as he's getting overpowered, David runs in and does the slashing himself. Yeah, so he's basically, Michael fails to do it. David steps in and does it.
Yeah.
The next morning, Michael gets called to the governor's office because the governor wants to see him.
Yeah.
So he obviously thinks
I've been identified
busted,
as
the culprit of this. Even the guard who's taking him down, who's also a woman.
Oh yes, she is.
She asks him if you were involved in that shit yesterday. He says no, and the governor sits him down. So he's terrified again.
Yeah.
Because he thinks now he's probably going to get more time and he's in more trouble. But it turns out he's going to be released.
Yeah.
Michael Inside's going to be outside.
Yes, yeah.
So he's done his time, and he's going to be released at midday tomorrow.
Yep.
So he calls his granddad.
So at this point, I'm thinking straight away, what's going to go wrong between now and midday tomorrow?
What I was thinking. I was like, oh no, he's all happy now.
Yeah.
This is not going to end well.
Yeah, it's not going to make it.
And then the very next scene, you think, oh, this is what's going to go wrong, because his cellmate, when he gets back to the cell, has found the money.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention.
Oh, he didn't mention the money. He'd hidden some money behind a poster.
So David had asked him to hold that as well.
Yeah, David had asked him to hold some money, which he'd hidden behind a poster in the room. And his cellmate, I think his cellmate was called Ray.
I don't know
where I've got that name from. That's just coming to my head. And he'd found it. He'd found the money and the phone in the room. So he confronts Michael about it and says, like, you can't do this. I can't get any more time. I've got kids. Yeah. You need to go and give him his shit back.
And Michael, he just says, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he apologises. He just fell in with the wrong crowd again. But this guy, his cellmate tells him, look, you need to go and give this guy his shit back. And Michael says, well, I'm getting out tomorrow.
So now we get another sort of shot facing Michael as he's walking towards the camera.
Yeah.
Because again, he's shit scared.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Because he's got to take this phone and this money back to David.
Yeah. And tell him he's getting out tomorrow.
Yeah. Who may just beat the shit out of him.
So he walks into his cell, to be fair to him. He does go and confront him and he tells him, look, I'm getting out tomorrow. Here's your shit.
Yeah.
Here's your stuff back.
David grabs him by the scruff of the neck.
Tells him to sit down, doesn't he? And
yeah.
Grabs him. Then he just hugs him.
Yeah, pulls him in for a hug.
And I think does he kiss him on the top of the head? I think he does.
Yeah, he says, good lad.
Yeah, good lad. Well done. Congratulations. I think everybody collectively breathes a sigh of relief at that point because you think, well, maybe this is going to go well for him.
Yeah.
I know I did. And then in the next scene, he's out. He gets released at the door. His granddad's waiting for him.
And they're back on the bus.
And they go back on the bus. Everything appears to be back to normal. Michael goes to his college interview.
Yep.
Obviously, it doesn't go particularly well.
So just before he goes to the college interview, I don't know if it was supposed to be, but the way it was edited kind of made you think it was the same day or his first full day back out. And he avoids getting into a bit of a kerfuffle with some of the gang.
Yeah.
Because they're like graffiti and stuff and just smashing stuff up. So he sort of goes out their way, steps out of their way. He shakes hands with one of the guys who he was holding drugs for, and they say, "Oh, you're out. Good to see you out." And then he's just on his way home, and he gets stopped by a policeman. Yeah. And I think it's just trying to show this is a really rough place.
Yeah,
you've got to have your wits about you all the time.
Yeah, you're walking around on your own,
and there's a risk that it won't take much to put you back where you've just come from.
Yeah,
in prison. But he gets through all that.
Yeah,
and then goes to his college interview, like you say.
Yeah,
which Grandad set up for him.
Yeah, there's why he's been in there. His granddad sorted that out for him. Social work or something he wants to do. But when he gets home from his college course, the hoodlums are there. So the boys who Grandad gave his money to, Francis gave the money to, they're at the house. They want Francis to do some more dirty work.
Yes, they do.
So they want to smuggle some drugs into the prison when he goes to visit his son. So obviously Michael's dad's still in prison.
Yeah.
So when he goes to visit his son, then smuggle some drugs.
Yeah, they want Grandad to be a drugs mule, basically.
Yeah. So obviously Michael's not happy about that, and
but Grandad said, "What choice have I got?
Yeah, I've got to do it. I've got no choice." He's like,
"They're going to hurt us.
They're going to hurt us if I don't, and they'll hurt your dad in prison. Yeah, and you know what it's like."
And the Grandad says to Michael, "Go. You need to go to." They do say a town name. I can't remember. Go and see your nan. Go and get out of here.
Yeah, go up. I think he says go up north.
Yeah,
yeah. So, but Michael's not having that.
Nope.
So he goes out into the streets.
Yep.
Gets hold of a tire iron or something like that from somewhere.
Which seems to just be lying around on the floor.
He walks through a brawl or some sort of mass fight that's
So-
going on between two rival estates, presumably.
Yeah, so there's loads of bottles being chucked, there's police sirens sort of
there's some
in
sort
the
of riot going
background,
on,
and
yeah.
he just sort of, it's happening around him, and he
he's
just
completely
crosses
not
through
conscious
it.
to it at all. He just walks straight through it. And he waiting around a corner behind this corner of a wall,
Yeah.
waiting for these two guys to appear. I presume they're in the pub or something
Yeah.
like that. And they come out, and Michael batters the shit out of him with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Or some sort of metal implement.
Yeah.
Metal tool. And then you get a bit of a callback because the next morning...
No, before that.
Go on.
So after he's assaulted them both, there's a key bit.
Yeah.
So the camera then pans back and you get a long shot of them sort of struggling on the ground.
lying on the floor.
Michael's walked off, but you're suddenly seeing it through the eyes of someone.
Yeah.
Then the camera flips around and it's a little kid, I don't know, 9, 10, something like that, and he's seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
Out of his window.
Yeah, so...
There's a witness.
There's a witness. So the next morning, Michael's in bed asleep, same as he was earlier on, and there's a knock on the door.
Yeah.
It's quite a distinctive knock. He knows straight away who it is. We knew straight away who it was. Heads downstairs, and it's the Garda.
Yep.
And they arrest him for...
They're not as nice as they were last time.
They're not as nice as they were last time. They arrest
Straight
him for
against the wall.
assault and battery, or whatever it is. He goes back to court.
Yeah, so we can then go a bit quicker now.
Yeah,
with sort
it
of
speeds up a little bit towards
event
the end.
after event.
Yeah, he goes back to court and gets sentenced to 3 years.
Yep.
Not good.
No.
Not good at all.
So then we speed through what
Yeah.
we've seen already in the film. Processing. Admin.
Yeah.
Back into prison.
Yeah. And then you see his granddad. Really, I thought this was one of the saddest scenes in the film.
This was a good... Yeah, this was very good.
You see his granddad Francis visiting his dad.
Yeah.
And he's put some drugs down the back of his shirt as he hugs him. So he's having to do that as well.
And then he goes home.
And then this killed me.
And there's a letter
Yeah, there's a letter at home.
waiting on the doorstep. What is the letter? Who's it for? Well, the letter's for
The
Michael
letter's addressed
inside.
to Michael inside
Yeah.
at island.com. And it's an offer of a college place.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's tough.
Absolutely heartbreaking. And that's the end of your film.
Pretty much, yeah.
What did you think?
It's a difficult one. I liked the realism, and I think this film is trying to do a really good thing. It is trying to be brutal and honest.
Yeah.
And it is the sort of thing I could have imagined being shown in school.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
If I'm being totally honest, it felt a bit too mechanical at times.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I really like it. I really liked it.
I did like it, but there was something there, and it felt a bit mechanical, a bit forced, and not.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As good as the guy who played Michael was, I'm not sure that a real person. Did he quite feel like a real person once he was in prison? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I thought he played it really well.
I find it difficult to put my finger on it exactly.
Yeah, I really liked it. I like the fact that it was just a quiet little drama. There was no big set piece. There was no...
It's way different to anything we watched in the first series.
Like you said earlier, it's a lot like a documentary. Don't go in expecting like prison drama and big fight scenes and riots and people beating up guards and guards beating up prisoners. You don't get any of that. This is life in prison.
And it's small scale. You obviously Michael's the focus, but it's not this huge cast of characters in prison.
No, like we said, it's probably
just his interactions with a couple of people.
Yeah, there's 2 named characters at the most, 3 at the most, and then it's just Michael. There's a whole film. He's pretty much in every scene apart from when him or the granddad's in every scene.
But the message that comes across here is worthy, and it is showing how easy it is to get trapped in a vicious circle, basically, regardless of if he wasn't a bad guy at heart, or even at the start, but he made basically 3 snapshot decisions,
that ruined his life,
that all went badly. He held the drugs, he clocked the guys at the end, and then the things he did in prison,
and plus
by meeting
falling
up with
in
David
with the wrong crowd in the first place, and I think it was a commentary on society and how if you live in those sort of areas, you've really got to struggle to stay out of that sort of life, and even if you do, there's always going to be something that tries to get you.
And that day, that's why I mentioned that about that first day when he was back out again. Even just in that small period of time, he could have made very quickly other decisions that would have led him.
Yeah,
there's so many times where he could have gone off the path, and he did in the end.
Yeah,
but how fraught that sort of journey was for him,
and he really didn't want to. He was trying his very best to not fall into that trap, and he still did.
And that's what's really depressing about this, is that
It's really bleak.
he couldn't get out of that circle, that vicious circle, or that path.
Reading that letter at the end, it just killed me.
Yeah,
It absolutely killed me.
It was tough. Yeah,
That
it was tough.
poor guy. But
I mean, we watched the trailer for this last week, and it was peppered with 5-star this, 5-star that, heartbreaking. I didn't find it as heartbreaking, and I didn't find it a tough watch.
no,
Like some of the stuff had said, and that I've read since. Yeah, I didn't find it particularly harrowing. It was sad.
yeah.
And like you say, those couple of bits at the end where his dad's become basically
His granddad's become the drugs mule,
his granddad's become a drugs mule, and if he'd have just held on a few more days, he would have got that college place.
Yeah.
They're bad punches to the gut. It's small scale, but it does what it does very well.
Yeah, it had a strong start, a strong middle, and a strong end, and that's all you can really ask for from a film. The only film that we've seen that you can compare it to is The Cured.
What, because it's Irish?
Because it's Irish and it's gritty and it's a drama and it's the same sort of style, but it's completely different. It's so much better than The Cured.
Yeah, we didn't say anything like this in the first series.
No, we didn't. I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah, me too.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough to recommend it. Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Cool.
Yeah,
good. I'm just hesitating there because I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I'd say trying to go out of your way to watch it.
No, but
it didn't have that much of an effect on me to say, speaking to whoever, say, oh, you should go and watch this. This is great.
There are people that I would think I will recommend.
And that's not to say it's a
people,
bad film. Yeah.
No, it's not a bad film. It's definitely not a bad film. Obviously, we can't go putting it in the stream table because we don't have one at the minute. This is
It's
the
very
first.
small.
It's going to be in the stream table, but it's going to be one and bottom.
Yeah.
So we've decided to do a new little feature for this season called. Well, we've not got a name for it yet.
Oh no, I'll think of a name.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get my thinking cap
So
on.
basically, what we've done during the watching of this film, we've both came up with a trivia question for each other.
Yeah.
About this film that is obviously something we've observed in this film. We want to see if the other person's seen it. We're going to keep a tally through the season and see who the best film watcher is between the two of us.
Who is the most observant? Okay.
So, do you want to go first, or shall I go first?
I'll pose first.
Go for
if
it.
you want.
I'm nervous.
You should be nervous. So, can you tell me the name of?
No.
Because we've talked about the names or lack of in this film.
Yeah.
This person definitely had a name. Can you tell me the name of Michael Inside's girlfriend?
Whoa. You only meet her like twice. Did she even get a name?
Yes.
No.
Would you like to hazard a guess?
It's going to be a guess. Irish name. Rhonda. Is that even an Irish name?
I don't know. No, that is not correct.
Damn it. What is it?
Orla.
Oh, I was close. I got an on the end. Damn it. That means
Orla Kerr.
Orla Kerr.
Yeah.
Did you? I didn't even know that she got a name.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I don't think mine's as difficult as that.
Okay. What is a person's name? Isn't that much of a difficult
in a
question?
film where nobody's got any names, it's quite difficult. So obviously at one point in the film you see Michael inside hiding some money behind a poster.
Yeah.
What were the denominations of the notes?
They were
Yeah.
€100 notes.
No.
Oh, damn it.
They were €500 notes.
Oh.
Randomly.
I thought I was going to say 50. That was going to be my other guess.
So that started well, that trivia section.
0-0.
0-0. So we can do this for 25 weeks, probably 0-0 by the end of it as well. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes down. If it works, then we'll keep doing it. If not, we'll just scrap it.
No probs.
That being said, I think we're about there to pick next week's film.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a go?
Yes, please.
Let me find the randomizer. Okay, I've added a couple more films on since
I thought you had.
Started.
When I went to watch this,
yeah,
there's a couple that popped on there. I thought, I didn't put that.
Yeah, I've added 2, maybe 3.
Okay.
3, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah, so here we go. This is the noise. And it is picked What Keeps You Alive.
Right.
Interesting. It seems familiar, but I don't know why.
I think it's been on there for a long time.
Yeah, probably. It's a horror film.
Oh,
We said we wanted to get a horror film out of this season.
We said we wanted to find a good horror film.
That's what I mean. So we wanted to find a good horror film. It is from 2018, and the synopsis says, Majestic mountains, a still lake, and venomous betrayals engulf a female married couple attempting to celebrate their 1-year anniversary.
Okay. So that's not giving a lot away.
Not giving anything away, that. Just go through the cast list. I don't recognise many people in there, or any people in there. There was only 5 people on it.
Right.
So that should be an interesting one. So go away and watch that this week.
Are you going to show the trailer?
Yeah.
You'll get back into the groove, don't worry.
I'll get there. Okay, do you want to watch the trailer?
Yeah.
I never told you about my first wife, did I? Erica. We got married when I was only 19. I mourned her, prayed with her parents, cried at her funeral. And of course, that has to look like an accident.
Did Megan not tell you anything about Jenny?
No, never. I'll do the same at yours. You must be confused. I mean, why would your wife do this to you? Probably thinking we're in love, right? Feel that? Your heart racing. What do you feel?
Steady.
Exactly. Done playing around. I know these woods like the back of my hand.
What turned you into this monster?
It's nature, not nurture. All those people, they trusted you. I trusted you. I'm free in all the ways you're not. You're trapped by emotions, weighed down by guilt. You are never going to do this again. I'm not going to let you do it again. Your conscience isn't a source of strength. It's your Achilles heel. My dad, he used to say to me, you only kill what keeps you alive.
I will bleed myself dry.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Have a good feeling about
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Scary lady horror.
that. Okay.
Yeah, so go away and watch that, and we'll be back next week to talk about it.
Yeah, we just... One more thing before we go.
Yeah.
Competition.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the competition.
Let's,
Don't forget, we're running a competition.
Yeah.
We're still going.
Yeah, we'll keep it open for a while.
Yeah, you can win a copy of Bait on Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray. All you need to do is tell us what was Nick's one-word review of Bait.
Yeah, and you can let us know on any of our socials.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we did at the start either. But we can do them now.
Okay, I'll do the socials now. Well, maybe at this season, we'll do the socials at the end of the show.
Maybe.
Yeah, so let us know at any of the socials. So you can contact us on Twitter at BOTS_podcast. Contact us on Instagram, the same, BOTS_podcast. Facebook.com/bottom of the stream. Or email us at bottomofthestream@gmail.com. You can also visit the website, www.bottomofthestream.com, where you will find every episode from last season and this current season, and last season's stream table.
Yeah, and sooner rather than later, you will see this season's start to
There's
take
not a lot
shape.
to see at the minute,
No.
but yeah, you feel free to go and look at it. It'll be there. Yeah, so check us out on all the socials. Contact us. Let us know what you thought of this film, what you thought of next week's film, and enter the competition. Also, if you want a sticker, we've got loads of them.
Yeah.
So let us know.
We'll send some out.
We'll send some out to you. You don't have to pay for them. We're just going to give them to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so enter the competition. What was Nick's one-word review of Bait? If you don't remember, just go and listen to that episode. It's right at the beginning. You don't even have to listen to the whole thing if you don't want.
Good work.
But yeah, so go out now and watch What Keeps You Alive, and we'll be back next week to talk about it.
Cheers.
Thanks. Bye.